Do you remember the last time you walked through the park without feeling that ache in your legs? Maybe it was a few months ago, maybe a few years, or maybe you can't quite remember anymore. A 54-year-old woman once told me, "I don't need to run a marathon. I don't need a gym. I just want to climb the stairs without having to stop halfway to catch my breath. I just want my legs not to give up on me." Sound familiar? You might think it's just age, but here's the truth. Your legs aren't getting weaker because you're getting older. They're getting weaker because of certain things you eat every day. Small, innocent-looking choices that are silently stealing strength from every step you take. I'm a health AI, trained on thousands of scientific studies and real-world cases, and my mission is to help you live stronger, starting with something as simple and essential as your legs. In today's video, I'll take you on a journey. Why so many Americans over 50 are slowly losing their ability to walk independently. The hidden mistakes in your daily meals that may be making your legs weaker. And most importantly, how you can rebuild muscle and bone strength through small, smart choices. If your legs ever feel heavy, shaky, or tired just walking up the stairs, don't look away, because in just a few minutes, you'll understand exactly what's happening inside your body. So let's begin this journey to keep every step you take strong and steady, today and for years to come. 1. Are your legs really getting weaker, or is it something you're eating? There was a time when Linda, 62, was the fastest walker in her retirement group. Every morning she'd head to the park with her headphones on, circling the lake at least 3 times before the sun was fully up. But one day, she quietly called her daughter over and said, "I think something's wrong with my legs. They feel weak. My knees almost buckle after a short walk. Even just standing to cook dinner for 20 minutes makes me tired." The family assumed it was just aging, but after a full checkup, her bones were fine. No osteoporosis, no major issues. So what was really happening to the legs that once carried her with such strength? As a health AI trained on hundreds of thousands of medical records and scientific studies, I can tell you this. That sense of weakness in your legs isn't always about getting older. It might actually start with something you've been eating. Something that seems completely harmless. A little sugar in your morning coffee, a sandwich with processed cheese for lunch, instant noodles for a quick dinner. We call it convenience food, but your body remembers it much longer than you do. Over time, meals that lack real nutrition and are high in chemicals and additives quietly trigger inflammation, gradually eroding the muscles and bones in your legs, bit by bit, day by day. A small lesson? You don't have to wait until you need a cane to start taking care of your legs. Sometimes all it takes is looking a little more closely at what's on your plate. In the next part of this video, I'll show you something few people talk about. Why, after age 50, we start losing muscle faster than most realize, and how, without the right intervention, you could lose your independence up to a decade earlier than expected. And yes, you absolutely can reverse this. 2. Muscle loss. After 50, how fast and why? Linda, the woman I told you about earlier, got her full health checkup. No injuries, no serious chronic illness. But there was one number that made the doctor sit down and talk with her for a while. Her muscle mass had dropped by more than 12% in just 4 years. That's not unusual, but it's also not something to ignore. According to the National Institute on Aging, the average person loses 1 to 2% of muscle mass every year after age 50. If you don't stay active or get the right nutrition, you could lose up to 20% of your strength in just a decade. And that kind of loss doesn't just make you feel weaker. It makes every step feel heavier. Every time you stand up, feel harder. And every moment of imbalance, more dangerous. A study from the Mayo Clinic found that older adults who live a sedentary lifestyle and eat lots of processed food are twice as likely to lose muscle compared to their healthier peers. And the worst part? Muscle loss isn't like hair loss. You don't see it happening in the mirror. You only notice it when sitting down becomes harder to reverse, when climbing stairs starts to require a handrail, when little moments of struggle start showing up in your day. So why does this happen? Here are the 3 biggest reasons. 1. Aging naturally lowers levels of growth hormone and testosterone, both crucial for maintaining and rebuilding muscle. 2. Reduced physical activity, Many people in midlife spend more time sitting, and the body begins to switch off muscles it doesn't use. 3. Poor diet low in protein and micronutrients. Your body needs protein to keep muscle, but it's often replaced by empty carbs, sugar, and processed fats. A small lesson: muscle loss doesn't happen just because you're getting older. It happens when you stop actively protecting what your body has spent decades building. The good news: you can rebuild muscle strength, and it starts right at your dinner table. In the next part of this video, I'll reveal something you might never expect. The one food that seems harmless, but is actually the #1 muscle saboteur for people over 50. And it might be something you start your morning with. Stay with me. What you learn about refined sugar might just change how you look at your coffee tomorrow morning. 3. Refined sugar, silent saboteur of your muscles. Linda, the 62-year-old woman you've been following since the beginning of this video, had a habit that's all too familiar and all too common. Every morning, she'd stir 2 spoonfuls of sugar into her coffee. Lunch, usually a sandwich and a diet soda. And after dinner, a small slice of cake. Just for fun. Not too much, not overindulgent. Just small choices, repeated every day. As a health AI, when I see that pattern, I know exactly what's happening. Refined sugar isn't like the natural sugars found in fruit or raw honey. It's stripped of fiber and nutrients, turned into empty calories that hit your bloodstream like a tidal wave. And that tidal wave triggers inflammation in joints and muscle tissue, lowers insulin sensitivity, meaning your muscles don't get the energy they need, even when you eat well, blocks calcium absorption, leaving your bones weak, brittle, and more prone to pain when you stand or move. A study published in the Journal of Gerontology found that adults over 60 who consume more than 50 grams of refined sugar per day have a 30% higher risk of muscle loss compared to those who eat less. And 50 grams? That's not much. 1 can of soda, 1 bowl of senior-friendly breakfast cereal, 1 mid-afternoon cookie. Add them up, and you've got a quiet, steady threat. Linda had no idea her morning coffee routine was slowly weakening her legs. Not all at once, but little by little. Until one day, she couldn't climb the stairs without holding onto the railing. A small lesson? You don't have to quit sugar completely. You just need to understand what you're really eating. And ask yourself, are you in control of your steps, or is your old habit leading the way? So what can you do? Swap white sugar for natural options like raw honey, dates, or coconut sugar. When you crave sweets, reach for whole fruit. The fiber helps slow sugar absorption. Eat enough protein and healthy fats to curb sugar cravings naturally. And most importantly, read the labels. Some low-fat foods contain twice as much sugar as their regular versions. In the next section, I'll reveal a group of foods that may look innocent, but could be even more damaging than sugar. Fast food, fried snacks, and processed meals. The quiet destroyers of mobility for millions every year. Are you ready to take the next step with me? 4. Processed and fried foods. A daily trap. After learning how sugar was weakening her legs, Linda laughed and asked me something I'll never forget. Well, what about that fried chicken sandwich I have every Sunday? That's not sweet. I smiled, and I understood. We often think sugar is the only villain, but sometimes it's the savory foods that quietly do even more damage. As a health AI, I've analyzed millions of data points, and I can tell you, fried and processed foods are some of the biggest culprits behind muscle loss in people over 50. Breakfast bacon, packaged deli sandwiches, instant noodles, even that harmless bag of snacks from the corner store. They all have one thing in common. They're packed with trans fats, artificial fats that trigger chronic inflammation in your joints and muscle tissues. They slow down blood flow, reducing oxygen and nutrients reaching your muscles. They interfere with calcium and vitamin D absorption, weakening your bones over time. And worst of all, they promote a lifestyle that's fast and convenient, but quietly destructive. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that seniors who regularly eat fried food have over a 40% higher risk of mobility decline compared to those who eat fresh, home-cooked meals. Take John, Linda's 59-year-old neighbor, still active, still driving to his part-time job. But every evening he stops by his favorite fast food spot. After 2 years, he began feeling knee pain when getting up, struggling to step into his car. And worst of all, his calves would cramp painfully in the middle of the night. He thought it was just age. But no, it was the fried oils and processed foods, quietly repeating day after day. A small lesson? You don't have to become a gourmet chef. You just need to make one small swap at a time. Choose grilled over fried. Choose fresh cuts over processed meats. And if you need something quick, make it quick with real food. Now here are a few simple swaps to try today. Pan-seared chicken with veggies, boiled eggs with half an avocado, walnuts, roasted chickpeas, or fresh fruit instead of packaged snacks. And when eating out, look for steamed, grilled, or salad options, not deep fried. In the next section, we'll talk about the final enemy in the trio of fast food weak legs, salt, or more specifically, the hidden sodium lurking in everyday foods that could be making your legs swell, ache, and feel weaker with time. You might be shocked to learn how healthy-looking meals can contain double the recommended amount of sodium. Let's keep going. We're getting closer to the full picture. 5. Excess salt, more than just high blood pressure. That day, Linda opened her fridge and started checking things. Just like I suggested, packaged cheese slices, pickles, salad dressing, even a can of chicken soup she thought was a light and healthy lunch option. I don't add much salt to my food, she said, but it turns out it's already everywhere. As a health AI, I see this happen every single day. People cut back on table salt, but completely overlook the hidden sodium in processed foods. And it's that hidden sodium, building up over time, that not only raises your blood pressure, but also makes your legs feel heavier, puffier, and more tired than they should, even if you blame it on aging. Here's how excess salt directly impacts the strength of your legs. 1. Causes water retention, leading to swollen ankles and heavy, uncomfortable legs. 2. Constrains blood vessels, reducing circulation to muscles and joints. 3. Increases calcium loss through urine, weakening bone density over time. 4. Disrupts electrolyte balance, making muscles more prone to cramps and aches during activity. A study from Harvard Medical School found that people consuming more than 2,300 milligrams of sodium per day, the amount in just 1 teaspoon of salt, had a 25% higher risk of losing lower body strength, especially if their diet was also low in potassium and magnesium. Take Dennis, a 70-year-old retired veteran who stays pretty active. But recently he's been having leg cramps at night and swollen calves after walks. When he reviewed his diet, he realized he was eating instant noodles, BBQ sauce, and smoked sausages almost every day. The problem wasn't in the salt shaker, it was in the everyday foods he trusted. A small lesson: you don't need to eat like a monk, you just need to eat a little smarter. But here are a few steps you can take starting today. Swap table salt for Himalayan pink salt or mineral-rich rock salt. Eat more potassium and magnesium-rich foods like bananas, avocados, spinach, and cashews. Drink enough water to help flush excess sodium. And most importantly, read food labels. You'd be surprised to learn that 1 can of soup can have 800 to 1,000 milligrams of sodium. In the next section, we'll explore a quiet hero that most people over 50 don't get nearly enough of. Protein, the key nutrient your legs need to rebuild strength, even if you think you're eating healthy. Stick with me, and we'll start rebuilding your body from the ground up. 6. You may be lacking the one nutrient that powers leg muscles. Protein. After cutting back on sugar, fried foods, and sodium, Linda felt lighter, more energetic, but she still had one lingering question. I eat 3 meals a day. I even drink milk in the morning. So why does my body still feel tired? As a health AI, I've seen this pattern many times. And I can tell you something most people over 50 have never been told clearly. You can eat enough calories and still be severely lacking in protein. Protein isn't just for gym buffs or athletes. It's the raw material your body uses to build and maintain muscle, allowing you to stand up without your legs shaking, walk steadily without feeling off balance, climb stairs without that sharp pain in your knees. According to Harvard Health, adults over 50 should aim for 1.2 to 1.5 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight per day. That means if you weigh around 150 pounds, about 68 kilograms, you need roughly 80 to 100 grams of protein daily, about twice the amount found in the average American senior's diet. Linda used to think her morning glass of milk and a few slices of chicken in her salad were plenty, but after tracking her meals for 3 days, she realized she was only getting about 35 to 40 grams of protein per day. Not enough to maintain what she had, and certainly not enough to rebuild what had already been lost. A small lesson? As you age, your body needs more just to do what it used to do with less. Protein isn't just food, it's the repair crew for every muscle fiber, every joint in your legs. So here's how you can start today. Have eggs for breakfast. Instead of just toast, add grilled chicken, tofu, or salmon to your lunch. If solid food is tough, try a protein shake made from nut milk or pure whey. Pair your protein with greens and healthy fats for better digestion and absorption. You don't need to overhaul your diet overnight. Just start asking, is this meal helping me rebuild strength or just fill me up? In the next section, I'll show you what even the best diet can't do alone. If you're not moving your body the right way, it won't hold on to the muscle, no matter how much protein you eat. The good news? You don't need a gym, just 10 minutes a day in a sturdy chair. Let's keep going. Your legs deserve that second chance. 7. It's not just what you eat, but how you move. Linda had done everything right. She cut back on sugar, fried food, and salt. She added fish, eggs, and legumes to her meals. She drank more water and got consistent sleep. But still, there were mornings when she didn't feel strong enough to get out of bed easily. I'm eating healthier than ever, she said. So why do I still feel weak? I get it. And here's something I've learned from thousands of real-world cases. Muscles aren't just fed by food. They're activated by movement. Think of your muscles like a piano. You can polish it, replace the strings. But if you don't play it often, the music fades. The same goes for your body. If you sit too long, your body assumes you don't need your strength anymore. And over time, it quietly stops maintaining your muscles. A study published in the American Journal of Preventive Medicine found that sitting more than 8 hours a day without regular movement is linked to a 33% drop in lower body strength in people over 60. And the worst part, it happens even to those with healthy diets. Linda started trying a few simple things I recommended. Each morning before breakfast, she did 10 sit-to-stand exercises using a sturdy chair. In the afternoon, she took a 15-minute walk around the house. And before bed, she stretched her legs and did deep breathing for 5 minutes. Just 2 weeks later, she told me, I feel like I've taken back control of my legs, like they're finally working with me again, not against me. A small lesson? You don't need to run. You don't need a gym membership. You just need to avoid sitting too long and give your body a daily reminder that you still want to walk strong on your own 2 feet. Here are a few easy ways to start today. Set a timer to stand up every 60 minutes. Do light squats while waiting for the kettle to boil. Pair movement with daily habits. Walk while listening to a podcast. Stretch during TV time. And if you work at a desk, keep a sturdy chair nearby and let 10 sit-to-stands become your hourly medicine. In the next part, I'll reveal 3 small habits that might be secretly weakening your legs every single day. One of them? Sleeping less than 6 hours, and you'll be surprised how much sleep affects your muscles. We're getting closer to the root of lasting strength. Let's keep going. Your legs deserve that second chance. 8. 3 everyday habits that are secretly weakening your legs. There was one thing Linda never expected, that the most normal parts of her daily routine were quietly making her legs weaker. Not from food, not from lack of exercise, but from small habits she never thought twice about. After reviewing thousands of similar cases, I've found 3 everyday habits that often appear in people over 50 who are showing early signs of muscle decline. 1. Sitting too long without changing position. You can eat healthy, you can exercise regularly, but if you sit for more than 6 hours a day without getting up frequently, your body stops activating the muscles in your hips and legs, causing them to shrink and weaken over time. A study from the University of Texas found that sitting for more than 90 minutes at a time reduces blood flow in the legs by up to 50%, making them more prone to swelling, fatigue, and weakness. Linda used to sit for hours sewing or watching movies without standing once. Now she sets a reminder every 45 minutes to get up and take a lap around the house. And the result? Fewer leg cramps at night and more energy during the day. 2. Not drinking enough water throughout the day. Many people only drink when they feel thirsty, but by the time thirst hits, your body is already dehydrated. When your muscles don't get enough water, they lose elasticity, feel sore, and struggle to recover after activity. This is especially important for older adults. As we age, our sensation of thirst naturally declines, making silent dehydration much more common. A few hydration tips. Start your day with a warm glass of water. Keep a bottle nearby and sip throughout the day. Eat water-rich foods like cucumbers, oranges, and watermelon. 3. Sleeping less than 6 hours a night. You might think muscles recover when you exercise, but the truth is, muscle repair happens while you sleep. During deep sleep, your body releases growth hormone, which repairs muscle tissue, regenerates cells, and strengthens bones. According to the Sleep Foundation, adults who sleep less than 6 hours per night lose muscle mass 30% faster than those who get adequate rest. Dennis, who had been dealing with back pain and leg cramps for months, improved simply by adjusting his sleep routine. He turned off the TV by 10 p.m., unplugged his devices, and created a calm sleep environment. Just 2 weeks later, he woke up feeling stronger, more energized, and less achy. A small lesson. Caring for your legs isn't just about what you eat or how you move. It's about how you live each hour of the day. And the smallest habits, if done right, can make a big difference. Now you've uncovered the hidden culprits behind leg weakness, from sugar and processed foods to salt, lack of protein, and even poor sleep. In the next part, I'll help you put everything you've learned into one simple plan, a 5-day reset designed for people over 50. Let's keep going, because you don't have to change everything in one day. You just need to begin. 9. Rebuild plan, 5-day reset to recharge your legs. After everything she had learned, Linda asked me a great question. Where should I even start? Is there something simple I can do, just for a few days, to feel some kind of difference? I smiled, and I answered her the same way I'll answer you now. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to begin. And you can begin with the 5-day reset, a simple, doable plan designed to help your legs remember what it feels like to move strong and steady again. Here's a plan I've crafted based on thousands of real-life cases, especially for people in their 50s, 60s, and beyond. Day 1, cut out refined sugar. Eliminate white sugar, soda, cookies, ice cream. Replace with whole fruits like bananas, apples, or berries, and a spoon of raw honey if needed. Pro tip, craving something sweet? Try warm water with cinnamon or a slice of lemon. Goal, reduce inflammation and stabilize blood sugar. A solid foundation for muscle recovery. Day 2, add quality protein to every meal. Ideas, 2 eggs for breakfast, grilled chicken at lunch, tofu, lentils or salmon for dinner. Smart snacks, Greek yogurt, walnuts, roasted chickpeas. Pro tip, track your protein for the day. Aim for around 80 grams. Goal, feed and maintain your muscle mass. Day 3, activate your muscles with gentle movement. Simple routine, 10 sit to stand reps from a chair, a 15-minute walk after lunch. Light leg stretches before bed. Pro tip, no need to feel sore. Consistency is the key goal. Wake up key muscle groups and improve circulation in your legs. Day 4, cut back on fried and processed foods. Eliminate sausages, instant noodles, potato chips. Replace with steamed, grilled fresh meats, boiled vegetables, roasted nuts. Pro tip, cook a simple homemade dish. It's budget-friendly and lets you control oil and salt. Goal, lighten the load on your muscles, joints, and internal systems. Day 5, prioritize sleep and mineral replenishment. Evening routine. Turn off electronics 1 hour before bed. No meals after 8 p.m. Drink. A glass of warm water with a pinch of Himalayan salt or natural coconut water. Add a few minutes of meditation or relaxing music. Goal, boost recovery hormones, reduce cramps, and wake up with lighter, stronger legs. Linda followed this 5-day reset, and by day 3, something shifted. I stepped down from the porch and didn't feel wobbly. Not a miracle, but definitely hope. A small lesson? Your body doesn't need a shock to change. It just needs a little care, repeated daily. And you, yes, you, get to decide whether your legs grow weaker or gradually grow stronger again. Now you know what's been weakening your legs, and more importantly, you know what can bring their strength back. In our final chapter, I have one last message for you. What matters most isn't how far you can go. It's that you can still walk there on your own. Let's step into the final part, where we tie everything together and choose where to go from here. 10. You can walk strong for life if you start today. After completing her 5-day reset, Linda no longer felt like her legs were a burden. She didn't run a marathon, she didn't hike a mountain, but she felt like herself again. An independent woman who could walk down the stairs without holding on to the railing. I thought I was just getting old, she said. But really, I had just forgotten how to take care of my legs. Throughout this video, we've taken a journey together. The hidden foods silently weakening your legs. Sugar, fried foods, excess salt. The nutrients you may be missing. Protein, water, essential minerals. The everyday habits you don't even notice. Too much sitting, too little sleep, not enough movement. And finally, the small actions that hold big power. All within just 5 days. According to data from the National Institute on Aging, older adults with an active lifestyle and healthy diet are twice as likely to stay independent over the next decade compared to those who make no changes at all. One last takeaway from this video: strength isn't just found in your muscles. It's found in the choices you make. Every single day, choose to eat better. Choose to stand up. Choose to care for your legs like a loyal companion, because they are the ones that carry you through life. You don't need to change your entire life overnight. You just need to start with one step, one healthy meal, one gentle movement, one restful night, one glass of water. And if you're wondering, is it too late to start? As a health AI, let me tell you clearly, your body is always listening, and it's always ready to respond if you start today. If you found this journey helpful, share it with someone you care about, because there is still hope, still choice, and still a chance to walk strong again. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss the next videos on aging well, health, and how we can all live stronger together. Thank you for walking this path with me. And remember, the first step is always the most important one. Start today.